Alright legends, so we are working on my mini truck again today. We'll be doing a bit of a mixed video, this one, because I have an air leak, which is me. I want to get that fixed because when I pump up the tank overnight, probably within 12 hours, I'd say, it drains to empty. I think it might be the water filter, so we'll see. We'll suss that out, and if it's that, we'll replace it. I also want to have a look at what's going to be involved in creating these notches. I was thinking about just doing a C notch because I'd like it to go lower in the back, but I'm thinking I might make an actual notch that still stays underneath the tub. I've just got to have a look at what clearances and stuff I have and whether it's even worth doing, but yeah, we'll have a bit of a look into that. I've got an intercooler kit. I was going to put the silver intercooler, from upstairs on it, the big one. So I think they're 600 by 300. I ended up going with a slimline one. I think they're like 150 by 600, a black one, so it'll go underneath the front bar. You'll still see it, but it'll be subtle. I just thought I don't really want to put a big silver front mount on it. I do have chrome and stuff on the car, but I don't know, I just thought the black intercooler might be a bit cooler because it'll just be like, is that got an intercooler? You know, rather than it being like, that has an intercooler. Yeah, anyway, because I kind of want to drive past people, air out and dose. So it's like it's slapped by your nana. Anyway, yeah, let's get into it. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it sounds like it's coming out of there. Could just be crap in it. Looks pretty old though. I think we're going to replace it anyway, but yeah, that filter there looks pretty old. It's worth replacing, but yeah, it does sound like it's coming out of there. Yeah, I think I'll pull that off and give it a clean out. That'll probably fix that up, to be honest, but if not, if it keeps leaking, I'll replace it. Oh yeah, bags. Nice. A notch. I actually think I'd be better off to make a plate to move this U-bolt across, because this outside U-bolt clears the chassis, whereas this one actually hits the chassis just. So if I move that out 20 mil, I'd actually be able to go down the thickness of that, which would be another 10 mil, but I can already actually drop, I don't know whether it's just because the car's not under pressure or not, but I can already go down a fair bit. I just don't know whether that bag's fully collapsed. They look pretty collapsed, but hard to say if it's fully squished or not. Maybe because there's no load under it, but yeah, like as we go down another inch, if we went down another inch, that'd be tucking, which is pretty much what I want. Just when I'm parked, I want that ideally, because it's a JDM thing, you know. I want that lip touching the rim. Fitment. I think that's probably more or less what I'll look into for now, because I've only added stuff in that I can get rid of. If I go and notch it, then I can't return it back to stock if I even want to. Yeah, that can always be changed, and I'm going to get another inch out of that anyway, which is pretty much all I want. Like, it'd be sick to lay it out like my old mini truck, but the problem I'm looking at, can only raise those fittings up so high before they're going to go through the floor, so they can only go up another probably 10 mil. I just pumped up the compressor and there's no leak coming out of that anymore. So I think it's just picked up a stone or something, because I live on a dirt road and I've driven it down a fair few dirt roads. So I reckon that's all that's happened. Yeah, I think it's all good. But yeah, as far as the chassis, I don't think it's worth doing the notch, just for the way, like, it'd be sick to lay this thing on the ground, no doubt, but I think if you're going to go to that extent, then you go all the way, and then, you know, again, like I've said a few times, it just makes it impractical. You know, I like having the full tub because I use it a lot. Obviously it's going to be turboed, which makes it a little bit more impractical, but I'm not going to run huge boost or anything. Probably like 6 or 7 psi, and then it's really just a dose, have a little bit of fun. So yeah, I think I'll have to make a bottom bracket that holds those U-bolts, and I'll just move that across a little bit. I might have to weld something on the diff as well just to locate it so it doesn't slip. But yeah, I think I'd be better off to do that and then just move the U-bolt across, 20 mil, and then that way the car, I've got an inch between the top of the diff and the chassis, so theoretically it should be able to go down further. But I reckon that bag's nearly fully compressed, so without weight in the back, I don't think it'll probably even go lower than it is at the moment. I think that's why it's not so bad when I drive with it aired out, because it's just actually riding on the bag, it's not hitting the chassis. But yeah, I think I'd rather look into that than doing the chassis work, because it actually looks like I can put a decent notch in there. I'd be able to get another inch lower again, which means I'd be able to drop it 2 inches from where it is now, which would be tucking a fair bit of rim. But then I'd have to get the diff shortened, which is fine, and then I'd have to redo the bag mounts and stuff, but which you'd have to do anyway if you did the notch. But it's just more those air fittings. I'm not going to be able to get those out, because I can only go up 10 mil with those, so it seems like a lot of work just for another 10 mil. I don't think I'll bother with it, because I drive with it higher. It's just when it's parked I wouldn't mind it being lower in the rear, but reality is it drives good. I only have to put like 30 psi in the back, and it drives so much better than it would if it was just static, so that's pretty much the only reason it is bagged. But yeah, anyway, so we fixed that air leak. Had a look at this notch. I think I've got that intercooler kit rocking up in a couple of days, which will be in the same video. But yeah, we'll start mounting that, because I figured I can't do the turbo kit yet until I've got the ECU and patch harness, but I can start mounting up intercooler and starting to suss that out and looking at the other parts of the turbo kit, like I can upgrade the fuel pump and things like that. So I think we'll start tackling those sort of things, and then when I get some coin together, we will buy that ECU and patch harness and get it done, which ironically I could have bought that the other day, but I ended up spending a couple grand on parts for the Stato. So yeah, because I spent that money on that, I don't have it to spend on this just now, so I'll do a few more cashies and get some money together, and then we'll buy this ECU and patch harness and get this kit underway. So it doesn't look like it should be too bad to mount the intercooler underneath here, because that's just plastic, so like that's just the bumper. That's just the bumper where it goes in there. So I'll probably end up, I'm not sure whether I'll cut this out or whatever, or whether I'll try and leave that. We'll see how big the intercooler is and how all it's all going to work, but I might end up cutting some of this out and then just mounting it up here. But it looks like it should have enough room if I chop along there. I think the intercooler will sit in this gap here, so that would be good, and then you could just tuck it straight up, and then I'll just have it so the pipes come out. Directly underneath the chassis, and then the bends will come around and go in the car however they go. Probably go straight up in there on that side by the look of it, and then I might be able to tuck this one up. The same deal, just go straight up there. Got a little oil leak I've been noticing. Oh, hello. We might have a rear main leak, maybe. I do want to do the clutch on a turbo and stuff anyway, so not a big deal. I'll have the gearbox out and do it then. But yeah, as I was saying in another video, which I might actually look into that might be something that we do soon. I know it's really dark in here, I'm sorry about this, but I'm going to replace this shock with a coilover. So I've got to look into that and see what I can get. But yeah, I'll keep the torsions and I'll wind them all the way down. So basically they're just like I've done with the leafs in the rear, and then we'll put a coilover in here to adjust our height. But I've just got to see what I can get and what's going to fit in there, because I'm not really sure how that's going to work yet, but I'll suss it out. We might end up having to cut some of this upper control arm and then reinforce it and stuff, because it's not going to doesn't look like I've got a lot of room there to work with. Yeah, I don't mind cutting and modifying things like control arms and stuff, because if you get up, you can replace it. Or if you get done, you can replace it. Whereas the chassis, I'm not super keen on. I'm going to have to get it engineered and stuff, I guess, anyway, for the turbo kit. But yeah, I'd much rather wait and see what happens with the ute. And at the moment I'm using it a lot as a ute, so I don't really want to go and wreck it. But yeah, if I'd end up deciding down the track to make it more of a toy, then I guess we'll do the notch and make it sit on the ground, because it would be cool to lay rail. I do miss doing that. I used to air out my Minitruck and my old one and then just drift around, because basically once you air it out and sitting on the chassis, like on the skid plates, took all the weight off the rear tyres, so it just drifts so easy. It was good fun. This one should drift easy anyway. I was driving it in the wet the other day trying not to do skids, and it just slid out around the corner, so it'll be interesting once it's turboed. And I get the diff tightened. It's got LSD in it, but it's not very good, so I think I need to take that in. Like I said, I wouldn't mind getting it shortened just slightly, because I've got about an inch of clearance to the inside tub, whereas I'm hitting the side of the car. I just don't really want to lose that fitment look. But yeah, I think I might get it shortened like 10 mil. But again, we get back to that 10 mil thing. Is it really worth it? I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm out for now, but I will see you guys when my intercooler arrives, which will be in the same video in a second. How good's my hair look when it's not done? I look like a homeless man. I just realised I do have stuff that I can do until this intercooler and stuff rocks up. I don't really want to pull the car apart because I've got customers' cars and stuff coming in the next couple of days, but realised I can take the front bar off my car and still drive it. So I'm going to put this tyre back on, and then yeah, we'll take the front bar off, and then I can start at least sussing out how I'm going to mount the intercooler and stuff.